to Wisdom Wednesday with yours truly, Miss Mo. I am feeling this beat right here, right here, right here. I tell you, I am so grateful for you, amazing producer, Mr. Basso. I enjoy your music, your style, and I enjoy the fact that you allow me to use what you created on what I'm creating. And that is my new podcast. I want you all to know that, yes, it's out. Shut the hell up. That is my new podcast because I am serving hell, Satan, his demons, his fallen angels, and all the earthly vessels that he used to speak against my life. That those that lied on me, dragged me, left my name for filth, I am serving you warranty on today that you will shut the hell up. But today is Wisdom Wednesday, and I want to say I have some gems, some jewels, and some diamonds to plant in your soul. That is my seed to you, and for some, that is my water for you. And we all know that God gives the increase. So come, sit with me and listen as I feed your soul, pour into you, and I believe that you will be healed, whole, you will grow, be inspired, and be changed under the sound of my voice. I saw this on Instagram. It said, repeat after me. My voice is created to impact, influence, and inspire those whose ears has been God assigned to it. I will not sabotage its purpose. For those that is not for, it is okay. But for those of you that is for, I pray that you hear what wisdom is saying, because wisdom, as the Bible says, cry loud in the streets, and it's hard for us to take heed to it. It's hard for us to listen, and it's hard for us to be taught and guided by the words of wisdom. I want to share a little testimony. Years ago in my 20s, I remember the man of God prophesied to me and said, God is going to use you just like Solomon. I remember storming away from that prophecy, stomping up my stairs, going into my bedroom and slamming the door, falling on my bed with tears running down my face, saying to God, I don't want to be like Solomon. Who is Solomon? I don't want to be that. I want to be something greater. And Lord and behold, I did not know that the gift of wisdom is more precious than rubies and diamonds. It's even more precious than all the money on the earth, because it gives you life, and it teaches you, it makes you whole, it makes you humble and wise all at the same time. My brother came upstairs and said, Monique, do you know who Solomon is? He is one of the richest men in the Bible. He was a rich man. He was a wise man. Even the richest woman came and sat at his feet. And at that time, I wasn't thinking about money, riches, wealth, fame, whatever. I just didn't want to be Solomon. But as the years has gone by, I have fallen in love with wisdom. Oh my God, oh what a blessing it is to have that jewel in your soul, being able to hear from God, being able to be guided by a force that will never lead you wrong. And if you go wrong, it's because you followed yourself and not words of wisdom. So So again, I invite you to join me as I teach on my first topic, unpacking and unlearning. Wow. Unpacking and unlearning. A lot of times we enter into each other's lives with bags that has been packed from the beginning to now. And oftentimes we are too afraid to unpack it. In fact, we take that bag and we hide it from those that we are encountering. Even if it's a love affair, a family affair, a friendship affair, a job affair, a co-worker affair, whatever affair it is, we tend to hide that bag. And that bag is desiring to be unpacked, but we are too ashamed, too afraid, and too scared to open it up and unpack and unlearn everything that was taught from childhood to life experience to relationship experience and to self-experience. So I wanted to talk about the importance of unpacking and unlearning in order to break, heal, grow, and become the image that God has created you to be, and that is in His likeness. I want to give a little testimony of myself. I came with a lot in my bag. I came with abuse on so many levels: sexual, physical, mental, spiritual, financial abuse. That was all packed in my bag. I had mental abuse, emotional abuse. I didn't know what to do with the bag. All I knew was to carry it everywhere I've gone. Everywhere I went, no matter who it was I met, the bag was with me. Everything that I learned, be it good or evil, was in the bag. And so, oftentimes we feel that it's all right to bring our mess into the lives of others. And majority of the time, we are attracted to the same bag. The same bag. Isn't it something? We meet people as we are. We meet people on the same mindset, the same emotions, the same experience, and with the same struggles. And we sit there, and everything in the bag we use to hurt each other. Let's talk about that bag. Let's talk about the importance that if you don't unpack and unlearn and pack a new bag with new teachings, with new learnings, with new beginnings, with a brand new start, my dear, my love, I promise you, the bag will give you the same experience as before. I remember being in Virginia in my bedroom, cleaning my bedroom, and I heard myself say to God, how come it seems like my life is on repeat? I thought if I left Detroit and went to the Bronx, from the Bronx to Jersey, from Jersey to Pennsylvania, and then here I am standing in Virginia. How come me moving did not change my bag? When we go on vacations and trips, we pack an excellent bag We put in everything that we want to wear, how we want to smell, what we want to tie our hair with, what perfume, deodorants, soaps, all of that. Socks, shoes, whatever, we place in the bag because we want to impress that place or those people, and we want to look and feel up to par and look and feel our best. But the thing is that you can pack a natural bag that makes you look like you are right. But if they cut you open and look at the inward bag, they'll find that your outward is a facade. It does not look like what's really going on the inside. And God said to me, that's because your life, it is just that. It is on repeat. And until you change your bag, you will experience the same spirit, the same experience, the same hurt, the same pain, the same struggle. But the difference is, my dear and my love, is that it will come with a new face, a new name, a new phone number, a new address, but it's the same spirit. And whatever is in your bag is what you will receive, and also what you will give. I was mind blown when he spoke that to me. And I began to say within myself, God, how do I change that? Because I don't want the same thing constantly terrorizing, traumatizing, and triggering me to be the same me that I was in all the states that I was in before. So people feel that if I get up and move, if I change my relationship and get a new boo, get a new lover, get a new friend, get a new job, get a new apartment or house, I'm new. And I come to serve notice that you are never new until inside of you chooses to become that. It took me a few years to understand that the reason why I was experiencing my life on repeat is because I only changed my scenery, changed my address, my zip code, and you know me, I'll change my number in a minute. But I didn't change my mind, my spirit, my emotions, my feelings, my thoughts, or my attitude about my life and all that was done unto me, unfair, unkind, and undeserving, I thought. I am at a place in my life, and I teach this to my children, is that when you step into a life, it is not your duty to change anybody if you are not willing to change yourself. The Bible says first get the beam out of your eye before you can get the beam out of your lover, your friend, your spouse, your wife, your children, out of your enemy, your ex. You gotta first work on you. And oftentimes we enter these places unpacked and unlearned, and we put these huge responsibilities on the people we meet, expecting them to give us a whole new experience than the ones we had before. But what life didn't tell you, and the surprise is that the person you are meeting is camouflage, and they're hiding that what's really on the inside is that they are the same assignment, the same test, the same experience, the same pain, the same teacher, and the same lesson. I'm sure you're aware of, it seemed like I dated you before. You remind me of my mom, my dad, my sisters, my brother. You remind me of my old friend. You remind me, and I tell my children and people that I teach and counsel that if you see someone, either they're going to remind you of what's good you experience or what's bad that you experience. And my dear and my love, if the flags are red, you better take notes. You better take cautious. You better be aware that they are exactly what you thought you left behind. They are everything that is in your bag and everything that you did unlearn. If you experience the good, it's because they are there to teach you something that you did not know, that you needed to learn, that you needed to outgrow, that you needed to heal, and that you needed to experience on a good note. I am here to help you unpack and unlearn the dark experience. I didn't know how to do that. There was no one on this earth that was willing to sit with me and say, Monique, let me help you unpack that bag. Let me help you unlearn those continuous mistakes. Let me help you understand the meaning of a real relationship, real love, and importantly, how to love yourself. I remember one night I was sleeping in my bed, and at 4 o'clock, between 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning, my dream vanished. I can hear it say, left my mind, and my eyes opened, and the Lord said, get up. I need you to write this. I need you to write a note to yourself that you need to unpack the spirit of not loving yourself and loving you enough. And I want you to pack self-love. And I said, Lord, I sat up on the bed and I said, what do you mean self-love? He said, for all of the years, and I was in my late 30s when he spoke this to me, he said, for so many years, you were taught how to not love yourself or love yourself enough. And in your bag, you've been carrying, I don't love me. I don't like me. I hate me. I'm angry with me. And I deserve all the hell I've been experiencing for all of these years. He said, I'm going to teach you how to love yourself. So that is one of the first things we're taking out of the bag. And that is one of the first things that we're going to unlearn today. And tears began to roll down my face, and I said to God, teach me how to love And he came back and he said, are you sure? Because this is going to be one of the hardest tasks and challenges you face in your life, and that's loving yourself. I said, yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Teach me how to love myself. He said, one of the things I want you to know is that you're going to have to use no like you've never used it before. And you're going to have to be very careful of what it is you're saying yes to, because you've been a yes, ma'am, a yes all your life thus far. You've said yes when you really wanted to say no. You said, I'll do it, even when you said in your insides, I really don't feel like doing it. You were so big on pleasing others that you hurt yourself in the process of it. And he said, oh, by the way, you're going to have to learn to break others' hearts in order to save your own. I said, what do you mean? He said, you're going to have to break others' heart to save your own. I said, I have to be mean? No. You don't have to be mean. You don't have to be nasty. You don't have to be disrespectful. You don't have to be unkind. And you don't have to do to them what they've done to you. But what you do have to do is you have to choose yourself. Masha. Thank you, Lord. You will have to choose yourself in place of choosing them, because for years, Monet, you've been choosing others, and you didn't even know you had a choice to choose you. You didn't even know you had decisions, that you could have made decisions a long time ago, because not only did your pain, but others have kept that hidden from you. Because if you had found out that you had choices and that you could make your own decisions, as long as too they lined up with my will for your life, oh my God, they will lose you, and they wouldn't have the power they've had over you all these years. So as I was sitting there, I was anxious, I was eager, and I was ready to unpack that spirit and unpack that unlearned behavior. So I ask you on this day, what is something inside your bag that no one knows about, that's been sitting there since the beginnings of time, and you are too ashamed and too scared and too afraid and too timid and too embarrassed to say, this is in my bag and I want it out. I want to unpack it and I want to unlearn it. See, I was taught to not love myself, and it started from home. It started with my mom. From the beginning, I can remember my mother never showed me love, and she told me that I didn't deserve it. Even times when I wrote her love letters and I got my first summer job and I bought her gifts and I tried to win her love and I tried to get her to see me, accept me, embrace me, and love me. But every time she ripped up the letters and threw away the gifts and told me to get the hell out of her face, I had learned not only was I unlovable, but I was learning that I did not deserve love, and I didn't even know that I was capable or that I can love myself because I was taught I was unlovable. And if I can be transparent and honest, I was still attracted to those relationships where people were making me feel that I was unlovable, undeserving, unworthy. I was not valuable enough. And there I was still struggling with the need of loving myself, because at times, if I can be real and if I can be transparent, I didn't think love was for me, because I carried it. Even after God taught me, somehow it made its way back into my bag. And so lately, I've been unpacking that thing all over again, because I am deserving of love unconditionally. I am not only deserving of you loving me, but I'm deserving of me loving me, because I'm so deserving. I am so deserving, and I deserve my love for me first before I expect or seek it from you or anything next. So I am so thankful to God that I come to you on Wisdom Wednesday, not only saying to myself, but to you, my dear and my love, you got some unpacking and unlearning to do. And I am excited. I'm so happy and excited that I'm learning again how to unpack that thing that brings me the most pain in my life, is dealing with people that wants to set the standard of how much love I deserve. And I found out that these people, they give it to me on a utensil that is smaller than a teaspoon. And they expect me to accept it, because what I learned is that I taught them that. I taught them that because the minute I knew they were no good and they were not right and they were not true, the minute that I saw their bag and I saw those flags, I looked at the first 3 little green flags that was saying, hey, it's okay. I'm okay. You can relax with me. You can build with me. You can start with me. But Lord and behold, the bag was screaming, red flags, red flags. This is the same experience, the same spirit, with a different face, different name, different phone number, different height, different body size. Different. But the bag was the same. So I want to say to you again, my dear and my love, check your bag, because you have some things that need to be unpacked and unlearned, so the pattern and the cycle can end and be broken, and that you can attract to yourself everything that's so deserving, everything that's so loving, so kind, and so beautiful. I said to my bestie the other day, I'm not looking for love outside of myself until the love on the inside of myself is bigger than I've ever imagined and experienced, so that when love does arrive, it will never be as I experienced it before. And then my expectations will not be on needy and possessiveness and eagerness and anxiousness, and that I will never minimize myself, lower myself or my standards, just so that I can just say somebody's here. I unpack the hell that I've been carrying for years. I unpack the misery that I carried for years, and I unpack self-sabotaging, because no more will I live my life from that bag and on that level. So I want to leave this with you. Wisdom Wednesday. I hope I said something that inspired, encouraged, uplifted you, and made you want to say, let me check my bag. And before you go rambling in somebody else's bag, get yours fixed first, so that you, if they want to, because sometimes when you start to unpack that dysfunctionalism, when you start to unpack that misery and that self-sabotaging spirit and that unkindness and unloving ways towards yourself, the person you with will no longer find you attractive, sexy, wanted. And sometimes you don't even have to open their bag. You don't even have to try to help them, because their presence was only there to stop you from finding out what you learned good about yourself. And so therefore, they will no longer serve purpose, because they don't want you at your best. They want you full of your mess. So they will disappear. And then sometimes people will say, I want what you got. Help me unpack so that I can know who I am, whose I am, and how dearing and loving I am for myself. Again, I want to say, unpack and unlearn the things that keep on hurting you and that is on repeat, because no matter how many things you change outside of you, the inside will always magnetically pull and attract and drag that which is hurting you, destroying you, that you damage yourself with on the inside. I love you all, and I am praying your strength and your change, and I pray that you overcome the bag and no longer drag it in your own life. And please, don't take it in somebody else's life. I want to leave you with this seed. Stop jumping out of one situation with your messed up bag and jump into another. I promise you, you're going to mirror what's in your bag, what's in you that you failed to heal, change, grow, and let go of. God bless you all. Be kind. Be loving. Be truthful. Be honest. Be real. Be godlike. And spread your light. Because your light is what's going to help somebody come out of their darkness. Trust me. God's light is what brought me through and still bringing me through. And so I just wanted to leave these words of wisdom for you to meditate on, for you to think upon, and not only just do that, but apply it to your life. Until the next time, I bid you God's will, God's love, God's blessings. I love you. I can't say it enough. I will talk with you soon. You are truly